It's bland, in my opinion.
So we have a tier list of U.S. coin designs, and these are coins that were minted for general circulation in the United States. We are omitting the U.S. state quarters and the parks quarters just because there's so many of them and they're modern. We're going to stick with the traditional coin designs. You're probably familiar with some of these. Now, we are also only including the major design if that design was used on multiple coins like 10 cents, quarters, and half dollars. That way, we just focus on the main design itself. And speaking of designs, I hope that you'll check out the shop. We have some of my favorite designs here. This is a reverse of a Mercury dime. My son is wearing the reverse of a Morgan dollar. Let's see where he ranks both of these. Well, we're getting down to the home stretch here. Going back to half dollars. This time a modern half dollar design, the reverse of the Kennedy half dollar. Where would you rank the Kennedy half dollar design?
I think A tier. I think an A tier is, represents this coin very well. Good design. Overall, it feels good, complete.
All right. Back to gold coinage here. And let's see. Yeah, so we're dealing with the drape bust coinage design, similar to one that you've seen before. This is the reverse, early American coinage. Where would you rank this design?
I like it. Some things are a little weird about it to me, but it's interesting. I would put this in B tier. I feel they're trying something very cool with it.
All right, let's go back to 2 cents. The 2-cent piece reverse is a little bit different. You like the obverse. How would you rank the reverse?
Again, I would put this in D tier, very similar to previous coin. It feels like a token almost, a little less so, but I don't know. The big 2 does not do it for me.
All right, part of the what were they thinking? All right, so we're going back to half dollars again. We're going to look again at a modern half dollar. This is the Kennedy half dollar design with John F. Kennedy on the obverse. Where would you rank this one?
It combines all the issues that I have with empty space and a plain head. I would put this in F. Not a very memorable design whatsoever, unfortunately.
Okay. Kind of a big extreme between the obverse and the reverse. Reverse, you ranked a great coin design, but I think that's a general consensus. I know that the Kennedy half dollars are popular. All right, let's move on to a gold coinage again. We're going back to the double eagle. This time the reverse of the $20 gold St. Gaudens piece with eagle in flight. How would you rank this design?
I love the eagle in flight a lot. I like that it's not just an eagle in flight, that you actually have a sun coming up and you see the sun in the rays as well. I really like how the coin is spaced out. I love the design. I love the detail. I'd put this in S tier.
First time you have both the obverse and reverse in the same tier ranking. All right, let's go back to half dollars. Right before the Kennedy half dollar, we have the Franklin half dollar. And yeah, I think we have the reverse and then the obverse queued up. Let's take a look at the reverse first with the Liberty Bell. Where would you rank this design?
I would put this in A. I feel like it gives a really cool 3D effect with a lot of the design elements. It's a good coin. It is a good looking coin.
And with that, let's take a look at the obverse. Where would you rank the obverse of the same coin?
I would put this one in C tier. Just not a big fan of the empty space. I like the head. The head looks very realistic and very detailed, which elevates this obverse above others, but I think C tier represents it well.
Okay. And we're going back to half cents, and we're looking at an early half cent design. Where would you rank this reverse?
I would put it in D tier. Just not a big fan of it. I understand it is a product of the tools that they had at the time, but I wish there was a bit more for the readers.
We're going to dollars this time, an earlier dollar. This is the seated dollar. Slight variation on a design that you've seen previously. How would you rank this design?
I think it's a little strange in some places. Thinking about the previous design, it looked more dynamic, and I don't know if I don't remember how much I like that one, but this one, it feels more calm, and I don't think that lends itself well. I would put this one in C tier.
Yeah, you ranked it slightly under the half dollar design, which is very similar, so not too far off, and I totally understand what you were seeing there. All right, So we're going to go to another odd denomination, 3 cents, or 3-cent silver coins. And I believe, yes, we have the obverse. So how would you rank the obverse of the trime, 3-cent silver piece?
It's super unique, which lends itself to a 3 cent, but as well, I'm just not super. It feels like they could have done a bit more, especially with such a unique denomination. I would put this in C tier as well.
Yeah, I think the size inhibited them from being super creative to the extent that when you take a look at the reverse, which is the next coin, how would you rank the reverse of this coin?
I think right next to the obverse, I think it is below average, not insulting, not horrendous, but a little disappointing.
And with that, we're going to look at the nickel version of 3-cent piece. Here's the reverse of the 3-cent nickel piece, slightly larger coin.
I like this much better. I'm not a big fan of the wreath around denomination, but I like it more. I don't know if it's above average, but I certainly think it's better than the other one, so I think I will put it in B tier.
Better than average. All right, we're heading down to the end here. It's going back to dimes, and we're looking at the reverse of the Mercury dime, which, as you see, I have a version of it on the shirt that I'm wearing.
I'm not biased, but I love the Mercury dimes. I love the design. This is an S tier for me. It is so intricate and unique, and you can see so much in the detail. The detail really elevates the coin.
Yeah, I think it's a cool design, which is why I put it on a shirt. All right, let's go back to some Lincoln cents. We got the Lincoln obverse design with Abraham Lincoln. Still on the obverse. How would you rank this design?
I think the penny obverse sets the gold standard for modern coins. Portraits. I think it does it very well, offers great detailing, is not just a head, but is a full body. I would put this in A tier. I think this is what you want when you have a bust coin.
Yeah, I think they did a really nice job on that design. All right, we're going to quarters. We're going to go to the obverse of the Standing Liberty Quarter. This is one of my favorite designs. How would you rank this design?
I can see why you like it a lot. I was going to put this in S tier, but I noticed something that was a little weird, where the head acted as an extra space in between Liberty, which felt a little weird. I think I will put this into A tier.
Okay. All right, we're going to go to the $10 gold piece. This is the Liberty design, Liberty head design, which, you've seen similar versions of this, but this is the $5 gold design. How would you rank this design?
I think I'm going to put this in B tier. See similar versions of it. I understand sort of what they're going for, but I think it's above average. I think it's fine.
And I might have actually shown, I think I might have depicted the $10 one. As you can see, pretty much the same design. I don't know if that changes your ranking, but I realized that I put in here the $10.
I don't think it changes my ranking at all. It's a good coin. I've just seen that design, that type of design so much. I can't say much more other than good coin.
All right, we're going back to nickels. This time we're going to look at the obverse of the Shield nickel. How would you rank this one?
I really like it. I think it's super unique. There's some parts of it that makes it look a little flat. I think it's super unique. I would put this in B tier.
We're going to stay with nickels. We're going to move to the Jefferson nickel obverse, the original obverse design. Where would you rank this design?
I would put this in C tier. I'm just not super crazy about it. It feels very basic, and I think in that it feels below average.
Apparently you don't hate it as much as you hate the Roosevelt dime or the Kennedy $50.
It makes sense in a weird way.
Okay. All right, going back to gold coinage, going to grab the wrong denomination, $20 Liberty Head Double Eagle. This is a bit of a variation on a design that we've seen a little bit similar before on a bigger coin. How would you rank this design?
I think I put the other one in C tier, and I think this one will go in C tier as well. I'm just not super crazy about it.
All right, down to the last three. Going back to the cents here, and we're going to the first small cent design that we did, which is the Flying Eagle design. You saw the reverse before. Here's the obverse of an eagle soaring. Where would you rank this design?
I think it's super unique. That's the perspective and the detailing. Spacing's a little weird, but I think this is an A tier for me. Something about it, I like it.
All right, last two. Going back to gold, draped bust with the cap on it. Some may call this a turban design. How would you rank this design?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think looking at the stars, they could have spaced it out a bit better. That one star overlapping the Y really throws me off. I think this is a D tier.
Let's see if they improved it in the slightly later rendition.
This would be a C tier, the slightly later rendition. It just feels better spaced, but it's still not a coin that I am very fond of.
All right. Last coin is $1, a more modern dollar. It's the last of the oversized dollars, which is the Eisenhower dollar. Where would you rank the obverse of the Eisenhower dollar?
I think this would go right next to Kennedy, which I believe I did F tier for. It's bland, in my opinion. With the gold coins, we've seen super detailed obverses that are similarly sized coins, if not smaller than dollar coins. And this just being ahead really doesn't do it any favors.
All right. Well, there you go. Here's the tier ranking. A lot less than average, pretty much equal amount in the failure as in the superior design. What were they thinking? A little less than the great coin design, but we're down to 8 coin designs for the superior design. Let's revisit them again. We have the Morgan obverse design. We have the $20 Liberty Head reverse design, the Walking Liberty $half reverse design, followed by one that I was not expecting would reach the S tier, which is the 2-cent obverse. Very unique. Back in the day, very typical, but you don't see designs like that so much anymore. Then we get back to another reverse design, which is on the Buffalo nickel. Very iconic Buffalo. You ranked as a S tier. I think many people would agree. Hey guys, leave a comment on your view of these rankings. Then you also ranked, and this is the only coin where the obverse and the reverse both ranked S tier. And I think a lot of people do agree with you that the St. Gaudens double eagle $20 gold piece obverse and reverse are perhaps the most beautiful coin designs that we've ever minted. And then finally, rounding out the S tier, you picked a dime, in this case the reverse of the Mercury dime.
You can't beat it. I really don't. Well, except for the ones that the other ones that beat it, you can't beat it.
Yep. I really appreciate you ranking the coin designs. Really, again, thank you so much. And I wish everyone who's watching happy collecting. Thanks for watching.